Haley Miller, and my video is about understanding student diversity in your classroom. So there are several reasons why understanding the diversity of your students is important. Students can differ in many different ways through their culture, religion, gender, social class, race, physical abilities, intellectual abilities. There are many more ways, and we all know that we're all very different. It's really important to understand that this also occurs in our classrooms. We need to be aware of these differences, and when we're aware of these differences, when we understand and are acknowledging these differences, we're able to accommodate for them and to really help these students. Our text says that differences can have an important implication for instruction, curriculum, and school policies and practices. So you can see it's very important that we understand this in the classroom. Also, diversity has a huge impact on student achievement. One of the key factors in student achievement that is affected by this diversity is the socioeconomic status. It can have a profound effect on the attitudes of students and their behavior in school. Lower social class students are less likely to perform well in schools, according to our text. There are a lot of reasons for this. Some of those reasons are just that they haven't had all of the experiences at home that students with higher social classes may have had. Education may not be prioritized in the home. That's another issue. Students with learning or physical disabilities or students who have language barriers are also prone to struggle in school. These students may even be very intelligent, particularly if it's a student that has come from another area and has English as a second language. They may really be struggling to understand the language, but actually are very intelligent. So we really need to work with these students and to understand these differences. There can also be an issue with the parents of these students. They may feel that they don't fit into the schools. They may have had very little education growing up or struggled in school themselves, so they have already kind of a negative impression of schools. So they really struggle to build good relationships with teachers and school staff, which is another impact on those students. We all know that parent relationships and family relationships are a vital part of success in school. So, as educators, how should we use this information and how should it impact us? So we need to make sure that we are aware that students are unique individuals. They have a lot of important differences. They need to be challenged, respected, and responded to with these differences in mind. We need to be aware of these at all times and make sure we don't stereotype and that we're also celebrating the individuality and the differences of those students in our classrooms. So not only should we be cautious to avoid offending them, we need to celebrate how different these students can be and some of the differences between them. We need to make sure that we're including activities that can be beneficial for a wide range of abilities, also a wide range of cultural backgrounds. There were several examples of this in our text. One example was we may want to be cautious if we're using certain holidays in a lesson, because we know that not all students will celebrate the same holidays based on their cultural backgrounds. We also need to make sure that our activities are going to be helpful for those students that do have that high level of learning ability, but also can help those students that are struggling. We need to make sure we really build relationships with the students. I've found that this is key. I work in a school that has some of these issues, as all schools do. We have a lot of children that have not come from very good backgrounds. So building a relationship has really been key to making sure they do well and helping them succeed. And when we also need to make sure that the students appreciate their background and that they value the backgrounds of others as well and realize that these are all very important. And these are my references. Thank you.